Hello everyone and welcome to the first in my series on matched betting. This is going to be like a little diary video that I'm going to share maybe once a week, maybe once a month, I don't know, depending on how well it goes. I've just started matched betting and I'm a complete noob to it. I think I've been going 10 days, maybe 2 weeks. So far I've made £200 profit, which some people might think that's good. Other people who do match betting probably think that's not great in 2 weeks. But even though it has taken me 2 weeks, I've done it really, really slow. I've only spent probably altogether around 2, 3, maybe 4 hours actually putting on bets. And the rest of the time, I've just done a lot of learning, a lot of reading about it, a lot of getting my head around what it is and the whole process of it, because at first it can sound really, really confusing. It did for me. So that's why it's taken me 2 weeks to get to this point now of where I think I understand what's going on. And I can start seeing the profit coming in. And I definitely could have made that profit a lot quicker. But as I said, I was super skeptical about matched betting. Like, I heard about it ages ago. I think I saw videos on YouTube pop up, and straight away I was like, no, I'm not even going to entertain the idea, because I'm not into sport. I'm not into betting. I'm really not into gambling at all. I know a few people that gamble, and the people who I know who gamble are people who haven't got very much money. So them two kind of go together in my eyes, and I want to make money, not gamble it away. The only way I would actually gamble is if I had loads of money and I was just doing it for pure fun, because I just think you never win. I think the bookies always wins, except in this situation, however, because match betting isn't actually gambling at all. You don't gamble your money, even though it's got the word betting in it. You're not gambling your money, and I'm gonna attempt to just really quickly explain what match betting is and the process of it, and then I'm going to take you onto the computer and I'm going to show you exactly how I made my first £200, and how you can as well. There's a complete foolproof system on the computer that tells you at every single step exactly what to do, what not to do. It is so easy to follow. It might not always be easy to get your head around, but if you just follow these set steps and just don't do anything else, just the set steps, then you can't go wrong. The only way that you can lose money with match betting is from human error. And that is, it's still scary, but it's nice to know that you're not actually risking any cash. But I will go into it. We'll get into it, and I will try my very best to make it as simple and easy to follow as possible. Anyone who watches me knows that probably doesn't come natural to me. I tend to babble on, so I'm really gonna try. So let's do it.
Okay, so this is a little diagram that I made to try and explain match betting as simply as I can. So let's start here. I think we can see my mouse. If not, we're just starting at the top left where it says Coral has a welcome bonus. Bet £10 and get £20 free. Well, not £20 free, we get a £20 free bet. So in matched betting, what we're after, we're not after gambling, we're after this £20 free bet. And from the £20 free bet, we can get around 70% of that in cash. So from a £20 free bet, let's just say we can take 15 to £17 and make that into cash. So we're not betting anything, we're not gambling, we're not risking anything. We're just making the most out of this offer. And this is how we're going to do it. We're going to place this £10 bet, and I've put here for Man United to win, let's just say, as an example. So we're going to place £10 for Man United to win in Coral. And then we're going to come to an exchange, and we're going to place a counter bet. So we're going to bet that Man U don't win. So what happens here is, if Man United win, we win in Coral, but we lose at the exchange. If Man United don't win, we lose our coral bet, but we win in the exchange. So either way, we're not losing any money. With the first bet that you put on, you might lose like a tiny bit, like 10p, and that's fine because we're going to make up for that in the free bet. So now all we want to do, we've activated the £20 free bet. So it doesn't matter either way, whether Man United win or lose or draw or anything, this is what's going to happen. And then we get our free bet. So when we get our free bet, we're going to do the same again. We're going to bet on, let's just say, Man United again. And then we're going to place our counter bet with the exchange again. And then the same will happen. Whether our bet loses or wins, we are always left over with our original £10 that we put in first and £15 to £17 profit of this £20. But this is the simplest way I can explain it. You don't have to understand the actual math to be able to profit from match betting, because trust me, I still don't really. I still don't understand odds and things like that, but this is the beauty of match betting, is you don't have to, because there's systems in place that literally make it foolproof and make it so that anyone can do this. And trust me, if I can do it, then anybody can, because I just I don't understand odds. I don't even understand football. So if I can do it, trust me, you can do it. Okay, this is my spreadsheet for my profit tracker that I think I got off from Profit Accumulator. If not, it would have been the Team Profit website, but I'll put a link down below if anyone wants to get hold of this, because it is really, really helpful. I don't know where I'd be without it, to be honest. I'd be completely lost. For now, we're just going to focus on the first section, which is the coral offer at the top. It's a offer where you get a £20 free bet when you place a £5 bet. And I'm going to walk you through exactly how to do it. Just ignore this profit at the top here. This is when I think my first few bets I put on, I was tracking it on the Profit Accumulator website. However, I then switched over and started tracking it myself onto here. So we're just going to go into offers. And as you can see, I'm still doing the sign up offers. Like I said, I haven't tracked everything in here. So I've done a few reload offers as well now. And I haven't bothered to track it in here. But we're just going to go on to sign up offers. And then the first one you're probably going to come to is the coral. And it's so helpful. I mean, it gives you a video step by step of exactly how to do it and everything you have to do. And it's also written up here as well. So all you literally have to do is follow the steps. And if you're like me, I'm better at watching someone do it on a video rather than reading all of this. This just looks, well, complicated to me. But watching on the video, you will see how simple it actually is. So I'm just going to give you an example. So first, you'd have to open an account with Coral, which you just click there to do, and open an account with Betfair, which is the exchange if you haven't got one already. And then you have to make a deposit of £5 into Coral. And then you're ready to place your qualifying bet. Now, you're not going to make any money on this £5 bet. However, you're not going to lose any either. You're placing it just so that you can get your free bet. So to place your qualifying bet, you're going to go on to a thing called Odds Matcher here, which is literally going to tell you what to bet on and how. So it's got all the bookmakers here. So depending on who you're doing the offer with, you want to come here and we're going to select Coral. And on the Profit Accumulator site, it will tell you what odds you need to place the bet on. So for a qualifying bet on Coral, it has to be 1.5 or greater in order to get the free bet. So we're just going to go into filters, change that to 1.5, apply. Now this is going to tell us everything that we can bet on. So for a qualifying bet, we just want to get something that's above 1.5, but that's low odds, and the odds are really, really close together. So already you can see there's loads of options here. But for an example, I'm just going to pick this one. It's English Premier League, which you don't have to worry about really where it is. But from what I've read, I mean, I'm no pro, but from what I've read, doing betting on matches that are more popular is obviously going to be better for the health of your account instead of betting on really obscure matches all the time. So anyway, that's what I'm trying to do anyway, is just stick to things that regular punters and regular bettors are going to bet on. So English Premier League, here we've got Wolves versus Burnley. We can bet for Wolves, it's 1.8 for back odds and 1.81 for late odds. So all we got to do is press this little calculator and it comes up and tells us literally everything we need to know here. So we can change the bet type. For a qualifying bet, you just want to click normal. It's going to tell us we've got the back odds here at Coral at 1.8. We've got the Betfair odds 1.81. It's going to tell us if we put £5 on Coral at 1.8 for the Wolves to win, then we'll make a tiny loss of 14p, right? Which is what we're aiming to do, because all we want from this bet is to get the £20 free bet. So that's what we're going to do, and then we're going to put a lay bet, which means we're betting against our other bet. So in the back bet, we're betting for Wolves to win. In the lay bet, we're betting that Wolves don't win. So in the lay bet is we're going to do it on Betfair 1.81, and if the Wolves don't win, that means we win on Betfair, we will make a loss of 15p. So this is what we want, so we can get the £20 free bet. So all we got to do is click this, which will take us to Coral and take us to this 1.8 Wolves. Okay, so we're going to go to, so this is where I sometimes get lost, is finding the bet. We're going to go on football. And what is this? Wolves versus Burnley. Here we go, after all that. Wolves versus Burnley. And see, this is how much of a noob I was. You might know this, guys, but I didn't. When you come onto here, these are the bets that we're going to be placing. To bet for Wolves to win is going to be this first one. To bet for a draw is going to be in the middle. To bet for the whichever team is at this side, on the right-hand side, in this case Burnley, this is the bet for Burnley. So in this case we're doing Wolves, it's the same, it's 1.8, so we just click on it. And when we do that, it automatically brings up this bet slip here. And then we're going to go back to the odds matcher. In Betfair, we're just going to again click on there, and it's going to take us straight to Betfair. And here we're going to lay a bet on the Wolves. So, Wolves, lay a bet on the Wolves. And as you can see, the colours match up, which I think is really helpful on the odds match tool. So to back is blue. We never back on the exchange. We always back on the bookmaker. And then to place a lay bet, which is in the red, is what we do at the exchange, and it's red here. So it just makes it, when it's color coded like that, for people like me who don't understand what they're doing, it makes it really simple. So here we've got 1.81. We're laying the bet for Wolves. We just click it, and again it brings it here. Next thing you want to do is we're going to stake the £5 on Coral. So we go to Coral, we type in here £5. Okay, and then we're going to place our bet. I'm not going to do it on here because this is an example, but this is what you'd do. You'd place your bet. You always want to place your bet at the bookmakers first before you place your lay bet. I've read that quite a lot all over the internet. I'm guessing it's just in case there's some kind of problem. You don't want to lay a bet without having placed the bet first. So that's what I do. And then you're going to come over to the exchange. You want to, you're not going to just put £5 in there. You're going to come back to the odds matcher, and it's going to tell you how much you need to lay. So this says £5.11. You can just copy that and paste. There you go. And then in here, it's going to tell you you have a liability of £4.14. You've got your liability there of £4.14. And so everything matches up. I check it about 20 times before I actually place a bet. I just go back and I'll just say, okay, Coral 1.8, Wolves go back again. I'll just check around coral. We're at 1.8. Wolves, £5, yes. And I'll just check because I'm super skeptical and I'm super careful. But then that's what we do. Then we just place that bet. And I'd go to my profit tracker. So you can see what bet I did my trigger bet on. I did £5 deposit on Leeds versus Nottingham Forest, and I did it for Leeds to win. I put a little W there just so that I know. £5 stake, my back odds, my late odds. It even tells you your liability in here. And then you just type in here win or lose, and it will tell you your overall profit. So then when you've done this, so some bookies, they might wait 48 hours to give you your free credits. Some might give you them straight away. It says here, Coral should credit your £20 free bet immediately after placing your qualifying bet. However, they may instead be credited once your qualifying bet settles. So you might have to wait till the event is over. So one thing that I would suggest, that's something that I didn't do, was to place your bets not long before they're actually going to be playing. I made the mistake of, I think I put a few bets on that were like 2 days in advance. So that meant all my money in the exchange was held up for 2 days and I just had to wait. So you don't want to be doing that. You want to be, you want to do this quick. You want this to be over and done with, especially your qualifying bets, because they're not the ones actually making you any money. So once you've done your qualifying bet and you've got your free bet, now you just basically have to do the same again. However, this time you're going to come to the filters and you want to place a bet that's at higher odds. So your free bet wants to be more than 4. So you want to change the minimum odds. 4.0 apply. Here we go. So just for this example, I'm going to pick Liverpool versus Arsenal. Or am I? This is what we're going to check here, because you want your odds, the back odds and the late odds, to be as close together as possible. However, if you want the most profit you want to make, the higher the numbers. But what you have to consider is, just for example, if you were going to place your free bets on something like with odds like this, then your liability in the exchange is going to be much lower than if you were to place something that was 21 or 22. So we'll go back on the calculator. We're going to change this to the free bet. So this is going to change it. And then we're going to change our stake is going to be 20 for our free bet. And this shows if we bet on Liverpool versus Arsenal for a draw with our £20 free bet, we will make a profit of £14.39 either way, whether it's a draw or it's not. This is what we can make on this match. And it shows here our liability at the exchange will be 60. So we'll have to have at least £60, 61 pence in the exchange, which, remember, you're not going to lose that. That's just what you have to be able to place the bet. And just to show you the difference, so if we're going to bet on this horse racing match, to put our £20 stake on it, we're going to be making £17.31. However, our liability, look at that, it's going to have to be £382.69. So for a £20 bet, it's really not worth doing something with such high odds. It doesn't mean that you're going to lose any money. It just means that you're going to have more money in the exchange to be able to do it. And you're never going to be able to make more than £17 on a £20 bet anyway. So you got 13. I just go through them all and just check. So 424.50, that looks pretty good. 13.66. Maybe you want something with a little bit, just a bit higher. 16.32 with a liability of 123. This is the kind of, I don't like doing it with liabilities that are really, really high. I think the highest one I've just done was yesterday, which was we had to bet £100 to get £100 free bet, and the liability was like 300 and something pounds, which might sound like nothing to some people. However, like, yeah, I know you're not going to risk that money anyway, but to me, I just don't like it when I have to put the money in and I can't get it back out straight away. Like, I'm still in that noob phase where I know that I could make a human error and something could go wrong. I know if you follow all the steps carefully, you can't go wrong. The only thing that can go wrong is if you make a mistake, and we're all prone to making mistakes. So I just don't yet trust myself with such high amounts of money. So this is why I have only made £195 profit in, what did I say? I wrote it there. I started on the 9th. So let's have a look where we're at today. So yeah, 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I've made 195. However, I really have not done bets every day. This is only a few hours, but as you can see, it takes me ages to put on a bet. I could do it quicker. I know I could do it a lot quicker, but for now, I'm just really careful. And I'll probably look back on this in a few weeks and just think, oh God, you don't need to check everything that much. But I'd rather be careful because I know me, and I know that if I rush things, I'll miss something and I'll make a mistake. And I don't want to lose money making a silly mistake. So this is just to show you. I hope that has shown how simple it is. I hope I haven't complicated the situation, because it really is simple. Once you've done it a few times and made your bets a few times, like in these first few that I did, you're only depositing 5, and I deposited 40. I've put, it's only little amounts, and when you can see it all like here, it really is simple. It's not as complicated as I'm probably making it sound. So I hope this has been a bit helpful. This is how I first came across matched betting, was the Mini Millionaires YouTube channel. I think I watched all her match betting videos. She explains everything so clearly and so much better than I could. So I really suggest you go over and watch her videos. The other person I would really suggest you watching is this lady, Match Betting Newbie. She's documented her whole journey of match betting, I think, every week, and I've gone through and watched pretty much all of her videos. She's recently just come back because she did leave. Um, because her Betfair account was actually hacked, and she believes that was from sharing. She shared everything in these videos. You could see everything that she was doing, so it's super helpful for anyone who's just starting. However, I think she shared some personal information or some login information, and yeah, someone actually hacked her account, but she's back anyway.
So I hope this video has been helpful. This was just to show you what I've done. It's taken me 2 weeks to get to this point, just because I've been putting in, I think, the minimal amount. You can do this in a day or two, most probably, if you put the effort in. I just haven't put much effort in. I've taken it very, very slow. I've put effort into learning. That's what I've done. Effort into learning and doing everything very, very slow. I'm watching as many videos as I can. And the reason why I wanted to document this is because I don't know if it's going to be good or not. I don't know if my account's going to get shut down tomorrow. Knowing me and my luck with accounts, it's probably likely that might happen. But because I've done so much reading and learning and watching other people, I think I have a good grasp on how to keep your accounts healthy and things, and that's something else that I'll go into in the future when I get to that point. At the minute, I'm still very much in the beginning stages, still just doing the sign up offers and that kind of stuff. But I hope these videos will be helpful for anyone who's wanting to learn more about it or join along with me. Profit Accumulator have still got the £1 trial. Seriously, £1 trial. They will show you step by step how to make your first £45, which is guaranteed risk-free. You might as well try. You literally have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose at all. The only thing that has kept me back and has not kept, it's kind of held me back a bit, it's made me more wary, is the fact that you have to have money in the exchange to be able to place the bets. And this money, you're not risking it in any way, you're not betting it in any way, but you just have to have it sat there, kind of like like a deposit type of thing. You have to have it sat there so that you can put the bets on, and that kind of scares me at first. because I just don't like putting my money into a website or a business that I don't know anything about and have it kind of locked in there until this match is over. So when it becomes available again, I just feel so much better. So I still have that fear of putting my money into something, and it's something that you have to get over because you have to put money into stuff to get money out. And I'm getting better at that because I've used, well, it's only been 2 weeks, but because I've used Betfair for the majority of the 2 weeks, I know that it's safe and reliable and a trustworthy site. So that's all I'd say is if you're getting into this, just be wary, do your research. I wouldn't suggest using any of these kind of new betting apps, mobile apps and stuff. I don't know, maybe they're good. Maybe they are. I'm not sure, but just for me, and I just wouldn't risk putting my details into websites that I'm not 100% confident with. So that's the only thing that I'd say is I wouldn't want anyone to lose any money based on anything that I'm doing or I'm showing. So just be wary of that and just be safe, like as you do on the internet anyway. So I hope, yeah, I hope it's been helpful, and I hope I've explained it as best I can. And I will see you in the next one where hopefully we've made more money.